Keep in mind that your intercontinental ballistic missiles are also hypersonic. So you're talking about missiles that fly 25 to 35,000 feet per second. We can't shoot down ICBMs. No one can shoot down a hypersonic missile. I just think it's absurd to even suggest that these Kinshal missiles, which are hypersonic, could have been shot down. So I tend to think the Russians are telling the truth. They hit the targets. Now, I realize that people want to sort of compartmentalize these various strikes that happen over several days, but it's a mistake to do that. You have to look at the larger strategic purpose of these strikes. They've been focused almost entirely on ammunition storage points. They've been looking for the new weaponry that's come in, like your Shadow missiles, Patriots, and so forth. And they've hit several places where those missiles were located and they've been destroyed. We think they destroyed a Patriot battery near Kiev. So if that's true, and I think it is, the notion that the Ukrainians were able to stop much of anything, I think, is ridiculous. They just don't have much left in terms of air defense. So they've been destroying air defense now for a long time, which is essentially making Ukraine vulnerable to air strikes and air attack. And the Russians have been fairly successful. There was one attempt over the last few days to enter Russian territory by a Ukrainian special operations force. And they did manage with Stingers to down a couple of Russian aircraft, fighter bombers, and a couple of helicopters were lost. So people are declaring victory on the basis of that one-off good luck. They also managed over the last few days to take an abandoned, ruined farm complex on the edge of some woods within the 20 to 25 kilometer security zone in front of Russian defensive lines and the southern end down near Kherson and Zaporizhzhia down in that region. And of course, that was hailed as a great victory because these were reconstituted Azov troops. They'd taken such heavy casualties, they had to be completely rebuilt from scratch. The truth is, those are not terribly meaningful because when you look at the entire front line, Ukrainians, once again, have lost thousands of people, right. Hundreds of tanks and armored fighting vehicles. They're not making any progress. They're simply losing more equipment and people they can't afford to lose. And up near Kiev, they hit very important soft spots that were targeted and blown to smithereens. I mean, if you've seen any of the videos, you can see the rather dramatic explosions. And what this tells you is that Russian intelligence is excellent. The Russians know exactly where all of the new weaponry is located, new concentrations of armor from Germany, the United States, Great Britain. These things are being destroyed long before they actually reach the battlefield.